50 acres where the grass grows high, lives a longhorn bull with a watchful eye. He's got pedigree, pride, and that Texas glare, with a stare that'll stop you cold right there. Don't mess with Tex, you best respect. He's king of the land, and he don't forget. He don't want trouble, just wants his space. Give him that, it won't end in a chase. He's the legend, the pride of the West. Don't mess with Tex. He don't need touching to know you're near. Nothing wrong with a healthy fear. He ain't mean, but he ain't no pet. He'll give respect if you give what you get. Don't mess with Tex, just tip your hat. He knows where you stand, and he's fine with that. He's done his job, and he's earned his rest. Still the boss, still the best. He's the thunder that rolls with every step. Don't mess with Tex. He ain't slowing down, just taking it in, watching his family chase the wind. But he'll always be the name they say when they talk about bulls of the Texas way. Don't mess with Tex, the Longhorn King. He gave it all, I didn't miss a thing. With his lady by his side, he'll roam his days out Texas style. So raise a glass, never forget. Don't mess with Tex.
You don't mess with Tex. And good morning and hi to hello and happy Friday. I hope you guys are off to a beautiful start to your weekend. And we are going to be a busy one over here. Hello there, Lori Lou. Thank you so very much, sweetie. I know there's a lot of questions that I'm not going to be able to answer this morning. I would, you would like to be able to talk about everything, but I will just say that we're not going to have any more issues with Duke. And now we just got to make sure that we don't have issues with the neighbor. So I am inside today because it's raining outdoors. So if you're okay with me, I have a couple of gifts and goodies I would like to open while we have ourselves a cup of coffee. And then I'm going to have to go by this morning first thing and do some fence patchwork. And then hopefully by the time that I'll be able to put out a noon video, I will show you all of the things that were discovered last night. But we did everything by the book. I will say that. And we did everything by the book. I think that I'm kind of worldly smart. I may not be very smart as far as ranching and working with horses and other things like that, but I am fairly worldly smart. And I think that if you go about and do things the right way, then you'd be a whole lot better off in the end, in the long run. And so we did do things the right way. And so Lex was fine. Lex, if you haven't realized it, Lex is actually really growing up a lot this summer, and he's seeing some things that he he's seeing some things that he probably wouldn't have never seen had he been stuck inside his bedroom playing those gosh darn video games or sitting there looking at girls on his phone. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm actually happy that I've gotten Lex out of the house. So I'm not upset, guys. I guess the worst thing that I do is I feel horrible for however long our horses had to go through and endure what they had to go through and endure before we got here. And I'll say, especially Roman. Roman took the beat. Roman is the one who took more of a beat down. And I'll also say that not only did Roman take a beat down, but bites and bloody nose. And so, and Roman has lived too hard of a life to have to come to a sanctuary, a forever home, for his forever home, and have to do that every so often. So let me, if you don't mind, let me get my coffee poured up. I guess we can open a gift or two while I'm waiting. This is a Longhorn Leicester, and it feels like a t-shirt. It is a t-shirt. Yeah. In dog years, I'm dead. In dog years, y'all get dog years. There's not a note in here, darn it. But in dog years, I'm dead. This next one's kind of embarrassing. To the Kazoo King. It comes in an old clue box. An old clue box. And it's to the Kazoo King. So I'm the Kazoo King now. You know what's funny is I've been having Lex get the packages for me. That's one of his chores. And in that, he's had to read all of these names. So he's probably saying the Kazoo King. Lex doesn't watch videos, guys. He's not watching his dad's videos. Oh, Lord. Oh, they even tagged a page. Oh, Lord. Did somebody steal this out of your church? Did somebody steal this out of your church? Did someone steal this out of your church? Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all can't do this. Dang it, I pulled out the slip and I ended up losing what page they had marked. It just says, please kazoo this one. I don't know what song. I pulled the slip and it was stuck into a page and I don't know what page it was. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not in the best of condition. This Baptist hymnal, it has seen some better days, y'all. It has seen some better days. Oh my gosh. All right. Name that tune, I guess. Name that tune. I'm reading the comments that y'all can name that tune. Shall we gather at the river? The beautiful river. Gather at the okay, everyone can stop all those mean jokes, okay? This is Bible songs, and if y'all are going to be mean about Bible songs, God's going to get you, y'all. God's going to get you. Now I can be a Bible thumping. Now I can be me a Bible thumping internet guy. Gather at the River was the name of that song. Oh, Lord. Oh, I still can't open that one. That's the one I've been having there for a while. That says the After Dark luster. Shipped to Lester Morrow. It says fragile. We better be very careful here. I gotta go pour up my coffee, y'all. I am ready for a cup of coffee. I hope you have your favorite drink. Congratulations, Miriam Kushel. Guys, she was the first one who recognized that tune. So for everyone who says, that's horrible, that's horrible, please stop. Well, Miriam Kushel, she knows. This is sweet. This comes, well, I mean, it says it straight up who it's to. For the horses, to keep them cool. And this is a misting cooling system. Now, we actually have a couple of these that we have not set up this year because our horses, oh yeah, this is the same one that we have. It's very simple to use. You just plug it into your water hose. The end of your water hose goes here. Or if not a water hose, into your actual water, not faucet, but you know, right there where you hook up your water hose. And then all of these little here are little misters. And you can adjust them to how fine of a mist you want to have. And last year, what we did was just put those to a timer, and they came on every day at around noon, and they ran every day till about 4. It's called a spigot. Thank you. I knew that. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. So yeah, you connect that to this. It's probably the most simple system ever, and we just strung those across the top of the summer barn. Now I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to probably believe this, but do you know that when I pull up sometimes during the heat of the day, and I do on occasion, the horses prefer to hang out there in those stables than they do in the summer barn. And so I think that we get sort of a natural air tunnel, wind tunnel going down through there. Poor person. Full of fortitude. We can see you. We can see you. Guys, y'all have to make sure to say hello to people. When they say hi, just anybody say hi back, okay? Because sometimes people have a feeling that they can see us, but we can't see them. But yes, full of fortitude. We can see you. Is that a giraffe? Okay. Someone says they think that not only well, you can always count on that smiling girl right there. That's Bree, y'all. Bree in Marth. Bree in Marth. We love Bree. Bree's funny. She has such a personality that even though we've never actually, well, we have actually had a chance to chat. She was on the live one night, but she just has a very beautiful personality. She bubbles over with life, and you can see that in her comments over here that she just loves. You know what? I don't know if she loves her life, but she spreads a lot of joy. Anyone ever known anyone like that? They may not be happy with their life, but boy, they can sure spread some joy to others. Oh, she goes, John, Thanks, Lester. Does she mean gone? She's spelling it wrong. She's like, gone, just gone, Terrence, gone, Lester. I don't know what she's trying to say right there. Okay, so she has a little dyslexia, maybe issues, but who doesn't have some couple of issues here and there? Okay, the girl can't spell, y'all. She can't spell. I don't know what she's trying to say right there. Down. Thanks, Lester. Does anyone know what she's trying to say? I'm with Darcy. I think she's trying to say damn, but I don't know that for a fact. Bree, I'm messing with you. I can play back. I can play back. I can play back, y'all. So let me get my coffee. Should I give you guys should I hum you another tune while I'm working on my coffee? Okay. I'm not going to be reading the comments, but you guys can tell yourselves who got it first. Y'all should have never gave me this. Y'all should have never gave me that right there. Because now you're in trouble now. That's so hot. Okay, coffee clinks to everybody. Guys, gather up whatever you're drinking this morning, your water bottle, your Dr. Pepper, your Mountain Dew, your tea. If you're over in the UK, I don't care, your tea and crackers or your tea and cookies or crunchies, whatever you guys got, and let's all hit them things together. Salud, cheers, and coffee clinks. Okay, coffee clinks. Oh boy. Let me ask Mrs. Sam Campbell in the UK what she's drinking today. Now, if you guys don't know this, Sam and her family are planning themselves a vacation to the States, and they're actually coming to Texas. And she's asked, would it be possible if she just swings by? She's just going to leave the UK and swing by the Longhorn Ranch to see her favorite Longhorns. Hey, Tracy, how's your husband doing, Tracy? I've not had a chance to ask Tracy about her husband in a while. Don't forget, he's the fellow that has some heart issues. So I'm looking for Sam to find out what she's drinking. And I'm asking Tracy about her husband. All right, there's Sam. Iced coffee? Well, you're going to fit in perfect here, sweet Sam. A lot of people don't get iced coffee because they're like, why go through all the trouble of brewing up something nice and hot just to have you cool it all down? But, you have to get the coffee beans hot to make them brew. You can't brew with cold water, I don't think. Tracy Lynn. Hold on, Tracy. I'm trying to find it. Tracy Lynn, don't you leave, Tracy. I just lost you. Guys, the comments are flying by pretty fast. I'm trying to find Tracy's. Here we go. Tracy says he's doing really well. He goes back to work on August the 9th. So, Tracy, if he's been home with you, now I know you work, but if he's sitting at home, I bet you're absolutely miserable. Tell me the truth, ladies. I'm asking this to all of you ladies out there. How many of y'all have a man or had a man at some point who was home more than you and you couldn't stand his ass? Come on, ladies, be honest. You could not stand his ass always being home. You wanted him out of the house. Lots of people are laughing, but no one wants to actually say it. Margaret will actually admit it. So will Judy. So will Cheryl. There's a few people over here who are admitting it. Thank you for the ladies who are admitting it. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Debbie's like, every day. Oh, God, every day. My boyfriend drives me crazy when he's home, says Betty. If you guys don't know this, Elizabeth, the short version of that is Betty. Okay, we have another package over here. All right. It says Longhorn Lester. Where's my knife? Longhorn Lester. Margaret over here says, oh, hell yeah, my partner is nuts. On 50 acres where the grass runs screen. Guys, I think I know what this is. I was actually gifted one of these a long time ago before I was smart enough to read directions. And I never could figure it out. So this over here is a way for you to wash your hats. And I've talked about this hat being one of my favorites, but I've got it dirty from sweat. That right there is sweat. And when all the salt out of your system comes in and it ends up getting your stuff wet. So this here all rigs up together like that. And you set your cap over it like so. And you can put your cap in a dishwasher. And it keeps the shape of your hat will stay the same. It's not going to mess up the shape of your hat. And you can also clean all that sweat and stuff off of it. All right, there's a note inside of here. Let me pull out this and see who it's from. This is from Renee, y'all. This is from Renee. She says, I really hope this can help clean your hats. Thank you, Miss Renee. And this hat certainly needs it. I like wearing this black cap, but this was gifted to me. I don't know where to buy these from. And as you can see, every time it gets sweaty and hot and everything, it begins to kind of, you lose your shape. It'll lose the shape. Uh-oh, Jessica is screaming at somebody. Let Lester tell what happened on his time. Stop trying to rush him. Don't y'all remember when some of y'all rushed him about the stall? Leave it alone. He'll explain when he's ready. Jessica, you're sweet. I'm just messing with you, Jessica, when I scream it like that. I know you're not trying to scream. Maybe you are. I don't know. So let me just say this. And I understand that you want to know all the details. You want to know all the good, juicy details. Guys, do you remember what what law enforcement always says? We're going to hold off on comments until we're completed the investigation. We're going to hold off on comments until we have completed the investigation. So if you guys don't know how that works, I will officially at some point complete my investigation, and I will be transparent. I will. Okay. But I'm going to not talk about it this morning. Everything is so fresh and so new. And I know there's a lot of eyes on everything. So we're going to do this the right way, the smart way. And but I will tell you that at noon, I will post every video, every snippet of video that I recorded from yesterday and last night, and some that I'll record when I'm able to get out this morning. And we'll go from there. We'll just go from there. So you're going to have to be patient. And if you're not able to be patient, then sorry. But we made it a point to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But you do have to understand that that sometimes has to happen on our time, not the internet's demands. All righty. So I have one last gift, and we'll go ahead and get that opened up. It's big and bulky. Okay, let's see here. Don't mess with that. Oh, he's king of the land. He don't be in trouble. This over here is a lunging line. This is a lunging line. And this over here is a hoof conditioner. It opens up and you take this little handle here and you can wipe it all over the hoof to condition the hooves, prevent cracking. I'm not going to say it exactly right, but you've all had like really dry skin and it feels like it's cracking. And this here, and maybe a hoof is the same way, maybe, and it can prevent cracking. Here's the note. It comes from Lisa. Hey, Lester and Jamie, I hope you guys are able to split these between Longhorn Lesters and the JL. So there's two, and there's two, and we'll do that. Oh, she goes, I really think that you guys deserve all that is good in this world for all that you give to us and your babies. Much love to you both, from Lisa. Lisa, that's very kind of you. I will put those right back into the box, and I'm going to use that same heavy-duty box to keep all of these gifts in. So I'm keeping this right here. This ain't going nowhere. I am keeping this right here. And I'm going to put all of the gifts in there so I can make sure I take those with me. This over here goes to the other property for sure. But I will leave the mister here. I just don't want to put the mister inside the stables because we don't have a drainage system for if that mist begins to accumulate in there. We don't have a way to drain. Last year, by the mist over here in the summer barn, it just would kind of evaporate. And if there was a little bit on the ground, then it would just, absorb into the ground. So Patty wants to know about this hoof conditioner. I don't know the answer to this question. Would shoes help Roman with his cracked feet or make them worse? No, we're not going to do shoes. We don't do horseshoes if we can help it. And unless a vet recommends horseshoeing, like to correct a problem. But now, I don't know this for a fact, and there's people out there, and I'm sure that with every horse question, you're going to have, I think that every horse person is going to answer it differently, and I'm not a horse person, but I think that shoes, unless if you're riding your horse on pavement where they can get their hooves, then they don't need shoes when they're on grass or if they're on, other types of. But if they're on rocks or if they're on pavement, then they need shoes. But sometimes the vet will put a shoe on to correct a bad hoof, sort of like you would put an arch support on a shoe if you had an arch issue, or maybe. I don't know that if that's anywhere close to what a real horse person would tell you. No one's really answering Barefoot is better, someone says. So we're just going to leave Roman the way he is. Yeah, Carol says we only use shoes on our show horses or for corrective measures. So yeah, and then someone talks about. Oh well, thank you, Miss Joy Joy. I was trying to find the person who talked about the Amish and how they use them. I don't know if the Amish shoe their horses or not. Someone says, you're correct, Lester, but if the hoof is cracked, a shoe can help stop it from getting worse. Well, all I can say is that we have had 2 farriers and Dr. Cochran have all been here, and they've all worked with Roman. And neither of the farriers or Dr. Cochran have ever suggested we do anything with shoes. And then most people who watched the farrier last time knows that there's no way in the world Roman's going to let us do anything with his feet. Oh no. All right. So guys, if you're somebody who's lucky or not, that came out wrong, who's blessed to have my number, and we're sitting here chatting right here, please don't message me while we're live. Please do not message me while we're live, because all you're going to do is end up messing up my signal. So I'm not trying to be mean about that, but if you feel like I don't see your comment here, so you want to put it to my phone, that's not cool. That's not how we use phones unless it were an emergency. So Jamie's back today. All right. Well, listen, guys, I have me a very busy day, and I hate to get off here sooner. Is there anybody who has themselves a birthday? And if you have a birthday, we can go ahead and celebrate that. Thank you so much for these sweet gifts. We're very blessed to have you guys. Hold on. No one needs to subscribe to StreamYard. Guys, StreamYard is free. Whoever said that, I don't know if you're confusing StreamYard with something else. Ms. Sheridan says StreamYard has been charging me $34 a week for my free account. Ms. Sheridan, don't put that off on us. No one needs to subscribe to StreamYard. Now, StreamYard is an app that we use and that Mr. Rick uses and other content creators will use, but we pay for that. You don't have to. So if you subscribe to StreamYard, you need to unsubscribe unless you use StreamYard to communicate. But StreamYard is very similar to a Zoom or some kind of a meeting place where we could, if we wanted to, we could all come together and chat together. And so StreamYard is widely used amongst video creators who do live videos and for businesses who do lots of talking across the internet with each other. But anybody, we never told you to go subscribe to StreamYard. So ma'am, I would encourage you to go. You can still watch any video that we put on StreamYard, but we pay that, not you, ma'am. We have a subscription to StreamYard. You don't have to. And that is a lot of money per week. I will let you guys know that we don't pay that much. $349 a year. Let me find out. We pay $349 a year. I'm going to divide it and see how much that is per month. 349 divided by 12 equals. So that's only $29 a month. We pay $29 a month. plus tax. So I bet what you've done, sweet lady, accidentally is subscribed to StreamYard, and you probably are paying $34 per month, but you don't have to. No one needs to. StreamYard is free, just like YouTube is free to pay to watch YouTube, and that's not true. YouTube has an option you can pay if you don't want to have to see any commercials. That's called premium, but that's we never ask you to do that. Oh no. Someone has been posting a link in the chat that's asking you to subscribe to StreamYard. I saw it a few days ago and I don't remember the video. Well, guys, remember this, never click on a link unless it's by a trusted source, because links can sometimes have I personally have not seen that link, and our moderators are usually really good about catching stuff like that. Oh no, Jamie accidentally did that, says Salty Beat. Okay, so guys, don't do that. If it was an accident, that can happen. Oh no, look, Vonda, my YouTube went to a commercial when Lester said commercial. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. I am so very sorry. Okay. I will say one thing about last night. I felt horrible that Lex was unable to have football camp. So, on one hand, Lex had quite the education in handling and managing large animals. And don't you guys feel so very proud of him for taking his dad's camera and in front of several thousand people, he was able to, for the most part, keep a very steady camera. He talked a little bit about what he was seeing. He was able to zoom and unzoom and focus on different things. And I'm like, when I was watching the replay, I was just so very proud of him, because even for a 13-year-old, he handled that camera like a very skilled camera person. And I'm like, Jamie, you can tell this boy comes he comes from a family of video creators, because it's not easy to stay focused on what you're watching, because generally a lot of people are guilty of doing this. They're watching with their eyes and they forget they have to watch here. And the cameras are not focused, or they're way zoomed in, or they're way panned out, and they're trying to see the action with their own eyes. And this is how their videos look. I picture my dad. I love my dad, and he's about to go live in a few minutes. But I picture my dad making a video. Dad walks around like this, and he's watching with his eyes. He's not watching here. And he can be on his side-by-side driving. Next thing you know, his camera's over here just like videoing his dog's face. His dog's like right here. I love my dad, but I'll tell you what, I don't even know what vertigo is, but I think I get it when I'm watching my dad's videos. Okay. Oh Lord, Papa, my dad. But I really think that Lex got a wonderful life lesson yesterday. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and just say this. Lex was able to witness not only what we arrived to, but he witnessed all of the steps that we went through to get to where we were at over there. And what I mean by that is not panicking, realizing that whatever damage was going to happen was more than likely already done. The kicking and the biting was at a minimal. There was no one pinned up or tied up in barbed wire. So what I'm saying is there was nothing life-threatening in that pasture for us to have to jump out and crawl through a fence and, you know, risk life and limb. So what Lex and I did together was drove up, kept our composure, put the dogs away, grabbed the halters, got a spanky stick, drove out, systematically separated the horses. Thank you, God, we had a place to put our horses in the stalls and the stables into their rooms, their stalls. And then we were able to go after that and go through different steps trying to get the neighbor's horse. I will say that something that you don't know yet that you will see on the noon video is that Lex was also here when the police came. He also was able to listen as we went through and had conversations about all that happened. He's able to watch his dad write out a report and do all of those things. And so he was able to witness everything that happened. And so, once again, I never know, you never know what Lex will choose to do with his life as he grows up and finds his way into the world. But if, in fact, he ever decides to work with large animals, then guess what? Things like this sometimes happen, don't they? And I think that Lex had a really valuable life lesson yesterday. May have been a little bit traumatic to throw that on him, but I tried to keep him in mind and remember that he's only 13 and this is not what he does on an everyday. But he had a really wonderful experience, and I'm proud that he was here with me. So, yeah, someone says whenever Lex has to talk about what he did this summer, he can write an entire book. And yes, he can. Friends, I'm going to go ahead and play the outro song to let you guys get on with your day. I have a busy one. Thank you so much for being here. We love you so very much. Super blessed to have you. And like I said, at noon, I'll come back and talk all about the horses. I'll take videos of what we discovered yesterday, and I'll tell you as much as I can. Okie doke. We love you and thank you so very much. And y'all have a really wonderful
Under a hot Texas sun and pastures of green, there's a crew of critters just like you and me. We've all got scars, but we found our place. A little love and mud and a whole lot of grace. We show the good, the bad, and the ugly too. The highs, the lows, it's all part of the view. So laugh, love, and maybe cry sometimes with a gang of misfits who always shine. So come on in, kick off your shoes. Oh, God! It's more than a ranch, it's a family crew, and these rescues, they might just rescue you. Welcome to I'm a Survivor. You'll see what second chances are meant to be. We're all survivors of something, it's true, and there's room in this family for all of you. We're all survivors of something, you see. So pull up a seat with our rescue
tonight at
family.
7:30.